for being here. All right. So for Lori, I know is in California where it's probably lovely weather already, but yesterday we had like a really beautiful sunny day. It was warm, it felt like spring, and I just am inspired by that feeling. Getting to like get a glimpse of coming out of the darkness, rebirth, this season of spring, flowers come back and we come back a little bit. Energy that was like in the winter, so deeply hibernated and, just like very energy goes in the winter, and now it's been coming out, which gets the sense of wanting change, wanting to grow, wanting to maybe like projects wanting to happen, or sometimes like feeling kind of frustrated if things aren't changing, or sometimes if energy is not quite balanced, we might not have that sense and like still feel like maybe like some feelings of like depression, or maybe we're not sure where that energy is going and it gets a little ungrounded and anxious, or who knows. But all in all, I'm just excited about nicer weather, warmer weather, sunshine, and remembering that things do get better, and things are big. There's cycles, it's not just like one way, that there is like a cycle that will continue to happen, smaller cycles, bigger. So thank goodness for that. So let's just drop into what we feel within ourselves, taking a few breaths. And hands to the heart. Release that out. Easy cat-cows to start, of course. Breathing forward and back, opening up through your ribs in all directions. So trying to breathe a little into the side of the ribs. the back kind of corner of the ribs as you're breathing and opening. Okay, come upright, roll your shoulders down a bit. Ooh, it's like, what's happening up here? Take the shoulders down, expand a bit through the chest, ribs in, navel in and up. So we're like drawing everything a little in, drawing it up, opening across, shoulder blades down. Draw your chin in and bring it down. Relax through your forehead. So we'll just take like 3 exhales, relaxing the forehead downward in its own time. We're not pulling or straining. Move your head a bit side to side. Take the arms, stretch out side to side, big reach. And release the fingers to press up, open up. Exhale, draw the hands forward to lean back. Inhale to lift up. Exhale to hug across the body, give a squeeze in. Open back up to the sky, elbows up, arms expand, fingers out, and push out side to side. Bring it across the body to hug. Squeeze in, and back up, lift up. So get like as much space as you're reaching. Push out side to side, bring it across to hug. Squeeze in, a little rounding in maybe. And let it be slow, reaching your arms up, the elbows separate, the fingers separate, open, rotate out. Across the body to hug. One more time. Draw it in. Inhale up. Exhale, release the arms. Love a good exhale. Walk your hands forward. Been really into feeling, settling in with exhales. Like a relief feeling. Forward fold here, breathe. Awesome. Come back up and change your leg position. Continuing some cat-cows, getting more warmth. And remember each vertebrae linking up with each vertebrae is its own joint space. Take the hands, press them together at the heart. And look at your fingers and try to match them up. Little mindfulness moment. Press your fingers together. Separate the wrists out, so the more I press into the fingertip area, the more I can separate the wrists. And then push the wrists back together. Separate them out, so the tension travels to different areas. The thumbs are involved here. Spread out the thumbs. interesting wrist stretch. Reach your hands up. Exhale, forward fold. Draw your front body in your forward fold, round like a cat spine. Walk your hands forward, round back. Exhale and soften into it. Good. Walk your hands back up. Let's do little circles, Kundalini circles. Change direction. Awesome. Let's go ahead and come into our table and keep flowing in cat-cows. Warm up a bit more. Good. Into your table, stretch out your left leg. Move the ankle around, draw the low belly in, secure your shoulders. So nice strong shoulders with open collarbones, hugging the arms back just slightly. Might lift up your leg a little, rotation, just kind of feeling into it. Bring your toes down to press into your leg. Change. Maybe rotating the hip up. Toes down, push into your foot. Good. Let's come back to table and bring your hands out for a kneeling position. Just a little motion in the wrists or massage, however you like to care for your wrists. Good. Let's come up to down dog. Inhale and exhale. When we're working with syncing up the breath, it might be each part of the breath is its own movement. Like inhaling, we'll all do it. Inhale, lift up your right leg. Exhale, easy, step it forward. If it doesn't get very far, don't worry, just step it down and you can move it into place. Inhale lifts up, so it's like 1 for 1, movement and breath. Crescent lunge, come on up. Take a moment, take a breath. Step all the way forward, come into your mountain pose. So we might move with the breath in that way, or getting into a little slower breath movement, inhaling up. Exhale here. Another breath, inhale. And exhale to move, forward fold. So adding in another breath cycle. Full breath cycle, forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, forward fold. Really get into it. Halfway lift, inhale. Exhale, step into plank pose. Easy, bring your knees down, support them with a cushion if that helps you, any blanket or anything. So here we'll roll forward and back with the breath, adding extra into it. So let your inhale be what moves you, and exhale when you get into it. So exhaling, the hips come back. There it is, full exhale. Inhale moves you again. So it creates this like moving with the inhale and letting the exhale be the end of the pose or the pause. Inhale moves you back. Exhaling as you get to the last maybe 15% of the pose. Forward, so we get more mindful of the transitioning. Inhale draws back. Exhale within. Inhale moves you forward. Come up to down dog. Stretch your other leg up, left leg up. Exhale, bring it forward and come up into crescent lunge. Inhale lifts you up. Good. Inhale, step forward and exhale into mountain pose. Stand in mountain for another breath. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, step back into your plank pose. Draw the knees down and lower all the way down. Inhale to cobra. Exhale, lower down. 2 more. Long inhale to cobra. Exhale. Inhale. And let it go. Push back up to down dog. Good. Inhale to stretch your right leg back, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it forward, rise back up through your crescent lunge. Inhale. Thinking about the sides of the body. Exhale, lower your hands down, step back. Bring the knees down, lower down, hugging your elbows to your sides. Cobra pose. Exhale, back to down dog. Find that when the intention is to the sides, sometimes it inspires more lengthening, more stretching. Reach your left leg back, 3-leg dog. Exhale, step it forward, rise up, inhale. Good, this time step forward. Mountain pose. A little like standing cat-cow. Little movement, if something feels good for you. Stand, we're just gonna like lift the leg out. You can have your hands at your hips here. I like to do it so that my fingers are at my front hip points. And the thumb goes into this kind of like pigeon area, sometimes like at the side of the back of the hip. There's like a little indentation where your fingers will just naturally go. Kind of like the area that gets stretched out during pigeon or feels tight during those poses. So this area is where you can feel when you're walking, you can feel the muscles change to stabilize you. It's muscles that rotate open as well. And similar muscles lift out to the side. So we'll stand onto the left leg and just take the right leg out to the side without rotation. Little micro bend in your standing knee, nice and strong leg. I'm not trying to lean over, I'm trying to stay upright and let this leg lift out. Doesn't need to be like a huge lift. Bring it down, change sides. For me, if I try to lift too high, it cramps up the side of my head. Change. Change, so I'm not rotating the toes out. Change. It's like a funny little walk. Change. Good, let that go. Maybe you like to bend your knee one at a time. Shifting the hips can stretch in that area a little bit. Okay, standing back up. This time take your right foot, rotate it slightly out and lift it up. So I'm just rotating more instead of lifting super high or even trying. I'm just thinking about this rotation with the lift without rotating the pelvis. So that's a hard one to change, but it'll just come back into it. Stand onto the right leg, rotate your left leg out and lift it up. Bring it back. And we'll keep doing this side to side, just a little rotation movement with the hip. Breathe. And we'll let that go. Okay, we're gonna be doing some more. Reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift. Step back into plank pose. Lower the knees, lower down. Cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Stretch your left leg up. Inhale it up. Exhale, step it forward. Back foot warrior one, come up. Lengthen through the sides. Stretch out your fingers, lift up the heart. Release the arms. Come to the toes of that back foot and then step forward. Mountain pose. Come down to chair. Inhale, lift up. Forward fold. Halfway lift to plank. Coming through your chaturanga. One long exhale. Inhaling in your up dog or your cobra. Exhale back to down dog. Stretch your right leg up. Exhale, step it forward. Back foot warrior one, come up. Core lifts you up. And step forward. Down to chair. Come up to the sky. Release to mountain pose. We'll be doing chairs with stepping out wide. Yeah. Down to chair. Now inhale, lift up, open up your arms, and take your left foot to step a little out to the side. Come down into a wider chair, not quite like a goddess. If my feet were angled out more and rotated out, it would be more like goddess. Up, bring your left foot back in, normal chair. Get this stretch open, lift up the heart, open out the arms, take the right foot out. You can use your hands together at the heart as you come down, if you like. Activates the pelvic floor, gets that sense of drawing up even as you're lowering down. Inhale, lift up, step back in, down to chair. Little side to side. Inhale up, left foot out, and down. Inhale up, step back in, down to chair. Up, right foot out, and down, and up, center, and down. Up, forward fold. Halfway lift, and take the right foot all the way back. Back, back, back. Draw the heart forward. Use blocks if you'd like to. I use my fingertips and try to like draw up a little bit. Opening up across the heart still. So I'm not rounding and dropping. Gentle, bring that back knee down, take your arms up. Lift up the heart. Think about the side body expanding. Fingers out. Lower your hands down, lengthen out your front leg, point your toes up. You can walk your hands forward if you'd like to. Drawing your chin in just a little bit. Forward through the top of the head. Like I'm pointing with the top of my head to my toes. Roll forward. Arms up. Exhale, lower your hands, step back into plank. Chaturanga, up dog cobra. Keep breathing. Keep soft in the eye. Coming back to down dog. Step all the way forward. Rise up. Exhale, forward fold. Let it go. Halfway lift. Left foot all the way back. You can take a little time getting into it. It's a pretty deep lunge. Lots of expansion that occurs through the hips. Through that back leg. Gentle, lower the knee down, arms up. Expand. Exhale, hands down, lengthen out your leg. Breathe. Bend your front knee. Stretch your arms up. Lift up through the heart, opening through the sides. Exhale, your hands down, step back. Your chaturanga. Coming up to down dog when you're ready. So in down dog, take care of your low back and SI joints if you have any issues in that area. Just keep it mindful, do what's right. Lift up your heels, and we're gonna go side to side. So taking the heels over to the right, keep the hips up. Up through center, heels to the left. Hips up. Everything else is relatively the same in your down dog. Up, other side. Stretching a little through the side. And to the left. And back through center. Then let's lower the knees down. Take a moment. Bringing the hands underneath the shoulders in your tabletop. Moving your hips a bit side to side. Take your hands forward, come up to down dog. Stretch your left leg up. Open it out if you'd like to, scorpion. Step that foot all the way forward, as far as you can. Scooch it as needed. Coming to your twist, heart to the front knee. When I'm here, as I exhale, I kind of draw a little more space through the pelvis. I'm going to drop in the pelvis just slightly down, a little deeper bend in my front knee. Kind of like feeling into the front outer leg. Rotate that hand down, take your back foot into your warrior one. So a little hop into place and then rise up. And settle in. Stretch your arms up. Maybe you can bring the hands together so you get the sense of a back bend by lifting up through the heart. Drawing the shoulder blades down. Lengthen out your front leg, drawing that hip crease back, back, back to pyramid. Bend your knee, come up. Good, step forward. Awesome, let's take a moment, step out wide onto your mat. We'll get into that on the other side in a second. Wide forward fold. Breathe in your wide forward fold. Another couple of breaths. Bend the knees and come up. Come into your goddess pose, heel toe, settle in, sink down. Inhale, come up. Let go of the arms, heel to the feet. Shake it out or shift side to side again. Good. We were wide, step back to the front and reach up. Exhale, forward fold. Halfway lift, both feet back to plank. One more chance, do a chaturanga. Exhale, down dog. Good, take your right leg up. Scorpion this side if you like, 3-leg dog. Exhale, bring it all the way forward. Coming to twist, settle in, find your alignment, front knee over the heel. Exhale, lower the hand. Take your back foot and hop it into warrior one. I get like maybe 2 hops. Stretch up. Lengthen out your leg to fold. Pyramid. Come up. Step all the way forward. Whew. Go wide again. Wide forward fold. Shifting side to side to stretch. Hug your leg. Hold on to the other leg and stretch, open through the back. Bend into one knee a little bit, side to side. And we'll come up. Open to warrior two position to the right. Setting up your legs. To your side angle. Inhale to get there, exhale within. Reverse warrior. Come up to triangle. Take your top hand in triangle and stretch it overhead. away from the hip. Gentle, let that hand come down, bend your knee and come up. Good, rotate back into your wide forward fold. Walk the hands forward, stretch the hips back. Big exhale into the heart. Just like a sigh it out. Then walk your hands back up. Opening the other way. Setting up to the left. In your warrior two, take your hands and your arms, just rotate them so the palms face up instead, as long as that's okay to your shoulders. Side angle. Big open stretch through the side. Reverse warrior. Into triangle. Reach your hand overhead. So when I'm doing this, I'm trying to stretch through the top waist, outer hip area. And let that go. Bend your knee, come up. And rotate one more time into your wide forward fold. And just take a moment doing what feels really good for you right now. Bend the knees and come back up. Heel toe. Let it go. Side stretch, extra. Taking the left foot over in front of the right foot. I tend to draw the weight forward a little bit into that front foot. Taking the hips away from the back foot. Up and over. So you can hold on to your hands, interlacing the fingers, point your fingers up and together if that's available. So the hands are moving here over to the left, the hips are moving to the right. There's this sense of expansion happening through the side body. More than dropping out into the left, we're opening and lifting through the right. Let that go. Change sides. So we get into the sense of the side body here. You might be able to get into the sense of the side of the leg, of that back leg. And let that go too. Awesome. Feels good. Good, good. Let's step back to the front of the mat. We've done a lot. Before we come down to rest more, I want to come down into a frog squat. You can do a forward fold instead if you just want to be in your forward fold, or coming down. Take your time. Bring the hands down. If you're in your frog squat, just take your time coming up and stepping back. We'll all come back to a tabletop. Shifting a bit side to side. Thread the needle, left arm up, open up, thread it through. Keeping your hips relatively level, your legs level. Rotate out. Change side. Rotate out. Come down to child's pose. Make your way up to your seat. You can take a moment in your butterfly. Just like to recenter here. Stretch your left leg out to 45 degrees, right foot close in, lift up to fold. Walk your hands up, change side. Big lift up to fold. Come up. Let's lay down. Bring your feet to the ground and we'll come through a boat pose with 6 side to side motions. You got this. So you can do it with the feet down. You can do it with the feet up. Over to the left. Through center to the right. Back and forth. Breathe. Keep going. Notice if anyone else is trying to do this for you, like the jaw. Or your temples or your eyebrows, just the breath trying to do it. The breath can try by actually breathing. You might try by zipping it off. Go ahead and come all the way down. When you get there, hug your knees, relax. And we'll come into figure 4. You can start with your right leg. Come out to change sides. With shifting side to side just a little bit in this figure 4. And I'm holding on to my right leg, so my left leg is the 4 shape. And I'm noticing if I shift over just slightly more to the right, away from the 4 side, it feels really like phenomenal. Exhale to come out from there. Bring the feet down, shift your knees side to side. Getting more movement through the waist. Take your legs up to your happy baby, and we'll just take a little time, of course. Bear pose. Close your eyes, maybe, or just really soften your eyes. Maybe some movement in the wrists and in the ankle, like free movement there. Spend time in a relaxed twist, shifting over to one side. Come out. Twisting the other way. Ease out. The moment, doing what feels good for you. Any other poses, shoulder stands, plows, bridge pose, butterfly. Wiggling around. Another couple of breaths before we settle into Shavasana.